everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you, where you are. Let's see if I can squeeze myself in under my desk. I'm like all over the place today. I went to shake a bottle of hot sauce that I had just been using, and because I had just been using it, you would think that I would have remembered that I didn't really put the cap back on, but instead I just went and let's just say I'm running some laundry. Little C2222 with a 13-month resub. Appreciate it. Welcome back. Oh no, that's alright. I didn't get anything cute, anything that cute, that dirty. I'm more upset about the loss of Cholula because it's very tasty hot sauce and that was a terrible thing to do to it. One way to make your laundry spicy. At least you didn't rub your eyes. I mean, there's still time. Let's sit ourselves right straight into a time walking queue, because I just want to like kick back and warm up here, but I've told myself I'm going to do at least three time walking dungeons because I want to do 5 this week. Actually, no, I only need to do 4, don't I? All right, I'll do 2, and then maybe I'll do 2 tomorrow, and then we can have stayed caught up with this week without having to do more than 2 time walking dungeons in a row. They're not so bad when I heal them, so that's my plan. And 42, thank you very much for the 40-month resub. Always nice to see your joy and positivity. Helps me even on my worst day. Was it the spicy shirt, the stripper shirt? No, I was wearing that yesterday, though. No, I had put on like a fleece coat as a shirt because I got out of bed and it was cold and I just wanted to go straight for the big guns. 2 today, 2 tomorrow, then it's my weekend, right? No, it is Friday today. You're right, I do have 3 days. I guess I could do... No, there's really no good way to divide 4 by 3. Time walking, classic. Oh yeah, give me some extra badges. I'm good with that. What do you mean? Let me in. Give it. I need badges for all manner of things, and by that I mean there's a couple of mounts. There's a Legion time walking mount. Hi. And there's a... Warlords one that I don't have. There might be more, but those 2 I know about for sure. Fractions don't exist. Not when you're queuing for time walking dungeons. Real hard to queue for a third of a dungeon's worth of credit. Oh man. Let's see here. Hi kitty, how you doing? You want to say hi while we sit in queue? Hi. You get a good sleep? You okay? Yeah. I have my tea early today because I was trying to drink a pot of tea all day yesterday. I was getting like a little bit of the throat scratches, a little case of the sniffles, and usually if I can just like take a good nap and then down like a ton of tea, I can shave a couple of days off of the inevitable illness. And yesterday I just couldn't quite make time. I couldn't quite find time to get the tea, so we're starting real early. Okay. Playing with my fancy watercolor too. Fun! What I really want to do today on the stream is I want to get the last piece out of Blackwing Lair. I'm really sort of starting to run short on characters with which to run Blackwing Lair this week. I'm making a real go of it, basically. So, but I do have more. And I only need 1 more piece. We got the gun yesterday, so I think I only need 1 more piece. It's the leg plates from Firemaw, I believe, drops a pair of legs. And if I can just get those to drop, then we'll be good. But I ran all my hunters, I ran my rogue, I'm pretty sure I ran both my shamans, I think. I need to look at saved instances if I have it on. Fossil Streams, thank you very much for the 20-month resub. Hazel, hope you, Stream Manager Kira, and Resident Wolf Moose are all doing well. Thank you. Very good. Resident Wolf Moose is taking his Resident Wolf nap out front. Usually by the time I've started stream, he's already so tired that he won't even, like, get up to see me if I go to visit him before. He'll pick up his head, and that's about it. And then if I go see him at 10:30 in the middle of my stream, he won't even pick up his head. He's like, Mom, it's nap time. What do you want? I'll see you when you're done. Got the Get Down Tonight song in my head. Drink a little tea. Take a little nap. Get well tonight. I do know that song. Old disco. The one time that Chandler did it. Oh, man. I tried to take a nap yesterday, but it wasn't really fated to be Kitty Cat. Kitty Cat was there, and she was snoring, and I was reading my book, and she like stretches out a paw, and she pushes the book off the edge. And by book, I mean tablet on which I'm reading my book. And it was pretty impressive aim because she's blind. She can't even see. I don't even think she meant to do it. I gave her some nice tummy pets just to let her know that I didn't mind. You know, not your fault, Kitty Cat. The wolf has priorities. What was it? This morning we were leaving on a walk, and partner starts singing, I guess that's why they call him the Moose. I don't remember what the rest of the lyrics were, but that's all you really need. So then I had to put on Elton John when we got home. It's very important. That's what I do with earworms anyway. If I get one and stuck in my head, I'll try to. That's the nice thing about having speakers you can talk to, is I just make it play it for me, and then sometimes I'm free, sometimes you're not free. I just need to do 2 of these dungeons. We coming downstairs? Oh, we got more trees. So what characters do I really realistically have left? I think I have a couple. I might have a couple extra warriors. I might not. I might have run it on Mungo. If I'm going to be raid farming like this, I really should make sure I configure saved instances and have it on all of my characters so I can see their lockouts. I'm not going to like accidentally run it twice or anything because I can log into them and check their lockout if I have to, but I know I have more priests that I haven't run because running on priests is very stinky. I have one mage that hasn't done it yet, so there's at least one more character. I don't think I've run it on a warlock either because that sounded awful, so boy would need to do it. I've got at least one lock there. Is it surprising that I don't have more mages and warlocks when I like playing ranged DPS? Or do I only think I like playing ranged DPS? That could be it. Not to me. No. I wonder what it is. Every now and then I'll talk myself into pretending that I'm going to be a warlock, but it's just not true. I like Shadow Priest too much. You guys ready for your weekends or ready for any weather? We were looking at maybe having some snow. So we were thinking about what kind of groceries we would want to have if there was going to be snow. Not that I can go out in the snow and get groceries. I can literally like walk to the store as long as it's open. Even in pretty heavy snow, I've done that before. But it's nice if you don't have to. We got like our milk and eggs and the usual. Think it will just be ice? I'm skeptical. I mean, if it's ice, then that's fine. That'll ground me just as well. I'm not driving in that either. How much snow? I would not expect a lot of it. I think it's kind of an iffy question if it happens at all. I suppose I'm hoping for a little bit of snow just for Moose. Moose loves the snow. He goes absolutely bonkers. He, like, last year when it only snowed a little bit, and maybe it was even, yeah, it only snowed a little bit. And before long, it was just little piles of snow where people had kind of like heaped it up when they were shoveling, where the last bits of it left. So you'd be walking and it would be basically clear, but there would be the occasional little pile of sad, melting, dirty snow. And every time he saw one, he would pounce on it and he would dig and he would roll. And, you know, he could use a little bit of snow. I can deal with being grounded for a few days. I'm doubtful that this snow happens. Yeah, we'll see. Mages are great farmers. Warlocks, not so much. Snowing where I am in the Cascades. Got flamed in a time walking dungeon. Oh dear. Oh dear. People. I would like a tiny bit like you. Just enough to feel like we got some. Not enough to actually like shut anything down. Alright. Flaming pugs is what the ignore list is for. Yeah, content like that. I guess I do have my chat window on, but I sometimes won't even be tabbed into it or look at it. Or like, if I get an early warning sign in a pug that somebody is being crabby just in general, I'll usually just tab right out of the chat entirely. I have another chat window that I can tab to that's just like guild chat or like the combat log, or I even have a blank tab. So if anybody's just being grumpy, I just click out of it right away. I don't need to wait until they're grumpy with me. Some people are just, they're just really highly strung, I suppose, and they're trying to, I don't know when they're going to learn that no amount of being grumpy and time walking is going to make them feel any better. Say hi in a group. If no one says hi back, you see it as a red flag? I could see it, but also I don't think that way. For dungeons like this, you know, it's not, I'm not proud to admit it, but I don't go in expecting to talk to anybody. And I don't, I don't know. You're not exactly gonna see these people again, and you're gonna be in the same room with them for about 6 minutes. It would be like trying to say hi to everybody on a subway car. Would rather people not talk. People need to unclench. Oh look, no one is talking. Again. Yeah. I don't know. I view it kind of like going somewhere on a bus. It's like, I get nervous when people want to talk just because it goes nowhere good 2 more times than I need to, you know? I feel like the place for socialization is not in such rapid rinse and repeat content with strangers. But maybe that's why I don't make any friends. Require minimum courtesy of a 0 wave. Imagine going into a subway car and going hi and then giving people the stink eye if they don't say hi back. I suppose there's a little more cooperation required for time walking, but is there? I feel like this is about equivalent to riding the subway for me. Not that I've ever ridden the subway. I've ridden the bus. I've gone to Subway for like a sandwich. Stormwind for this one. That's all right. For a moment, I was confused at who was cackling at me, and then I was like, oh, it's me. Gonna get my UI and bars set up in my Shadow Priest spec. Holy, try healing and time walking this weekend. Still enough time to get the B mount if I start time walking today. I don't think so. I think there was 2 weeks of... I mean, I'm not 100% on this. But I think there was 2 weeks of leeway, and I think we're at least 3 weeks into it. This way. Love being promoted to the power user of a system that you've never been formally trained on and having to troubleshoot errors by trial and error, hoping it goes away. Yeah, speaking from experience, a little work situation. That sounds like my worst nightmare. I hate being expected to understand something that I don't have enough experience or education or whatever it is to understand it. I can't stand people. I can't stand it. It's so uncomfortable for me. I always want to be over-informed and not under-informed, and I have no chill. Some people can navigate that kind of thing really calmly, and thus they learn a lot very quickly. I navigate that kind of thing with continual panic, and then I do learn a lot very quickly, but it's a much less pleasant experience. Okay. There we go. How many badges? I got badges? I got almost 5,000 badges. I don't believe I need a mount this week. I'm pretty sure that I would have gotten these mounts already. Yeah, I did. Okie dokie. Hi, kid. You falling asleep? We're going in pretty hot here. An example of that? Occasionally. Raiding is actually a really good one. Not so much anymore because I now over-prepare to prevent this from happening to me. But early on in my raiding career in WoW, getting into a raid and people expect you to know the mechanics and they get really annoyed if you don't. And when you're not 100% sure of what's going on and you're just in a perpetual state of something's going to go wrong, I'm going to die, it's going to be my fault, everyone's going to know. Not such a fun feeling. I got that early in raid, and then whenever I would have to step into mythic raid testing, just that horrible feeling of being underqualified and people do not have time to wait around for you to figure it out. Hate that. That's one of the reasons I started making raid guides, was so I could have a resource to help people with that feeling by being like, here, this is what's gonna kill you. You're bad at making triangles. People were nice about it. There's a limit to everybody's patience, though. And I don't like being in that position where I have to rely on the grace of everybody else's patience. Thanks for those guides. That's how I found you. But luckily, his games. It's not super serious. I usually just don't put myself into content where I'm not feeling up to it with strangers, usually. I'll get into keys that are a little over my head, but with my friend group where we're all kind of learning it together. We going this way? Yeah, we're going this way. Although, this is fully a dead end, so I don't know why. It's all good. With all the time walking leveling span I've been doing the last 2 weeks, I have 10k new badges. Feels satisfying. Oh, there's a ringer over there. There was a reason. That's neat. It's 2 mounts worth. Yeah, you can get 2 mounts. Grapevines. Jinx. Wowie. Do you want that Legion Urzel if you don't have it already? The terrible thing that looks like you took a bunch of people, boiled them alive, and then mushed them together? Got that one. Still missing 2 WOD mounts, I think. I haven't seen that video about how it's rude to suck at WoW, but I saw the thumbnail, I think. I would assume it's a phenomenon that you get in any team game, any online team game, and not explicit to WoW. And I think it just comes down to anything else. Like it's not a problem to be bad at the game. There's a time and a place for learning. It's just when you expect other people to wait around and put up with you while you're learning, that's like in, you know, like difficult content like that where you've got 20 people that are just kind of like waiting for you to figure it out. That's when it's a problem. It's not that you can't ever suck at the game. It's just that it's rude to do it on Prog Night, you know. Purple Ursula was bad. The flesh-colored one is nightmare fuel. I like the wings on it. I like Haley's attitude. It looks like it could flap. I'm gonna call it Flappy. Imagine the sound that the flapping makes. Wouldn't it be like a, you know, just like a soft leathery sound like bat wings? Why am I tanking? I'm gonna fade. Or do we think that it's soggy? Because sogginess is generally where sounds pass into the no fun territory. That goes the Pink Factory. Loved seeing it in the VOD yesterday. I haven't played it anymore. I've been dying to. I was busy yesterday. I might make time today, whether I should or not. I don't want to sit down and play Satisfactory unless I have, like, a lot of time. I won't play it if I only have 45 minutes before I want to get ready for bed, because even though you could play 45 minutes of Satisfactory, I know I won't play 45 minutes of Satisfactory. So I'm not allowed to start it late at night if it's like a school night. If it's like a work night. If I stream in the morning or I have yoga in the morning, no, can't do it. I really wanna plug in the. I wanna get my logistics done for my motor factory though. I want to find out if it works. It's my first ever little side factory just to make one part specifically, and I don't know. I want to make a bunch of stuff like that to kind of practice how I like to do it and how I like to set it up, and you know, see what I would do better next time. And happy watching you today if you wanted. I also want to see if I can throttle that pair of pants out of Blackwing Lair though. That's also something that's highly high on my list. Why did someone leave? Civ 7 comes out in 2 weeks. I know that just one more turn is going to be the cause of many late nights. Yeah. I'm not good at estimating how long Satisfactory takes me. It can sometimes take me a long time just to get somewhere, let alone do anything. It's really fun, though. It's good. I have to continually fight the urge to start over and do everything from the beginning, but better, because I know I'm still going to learn yet more things. And, yeah, I know that starting over is not, like, you don't need to start over to do it more efficiently. Once you've got to where you've gotten, you can, if you want, tear everything that you've done down. Or just, you know, go to new nodes and make more stuff. There's nothing that says you have to do everything perfectly, but it's like the desire to want to do it perfectly. I could make another file, but I think that if I stick with the file that I have, I'm going to continue to learn things, and then I will be better equipped for my next playthrough. Because otherwise I would do the beginning of the game better, because I'm still really in the early game. And then I would get to trains again, and I would still know nothing about trains. Build a section just makes one thing, but more optimally. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on more optimally instead of peak optimally. I don't know if I'm ready for most. I'm trying to finish my furthest Stardew file. I want to do that one day. I never have the patience to stick with it though. Once I get into the end part where I just need like 4 more fish and like something, you know, I need to ship a crop from like a different season that I forgot to plant, and I just have to wait until I get around to it. I usually end up losing steam. Trains and drones starts getting complicated. Yeah, I never messed with trucks either. Like, I unlocked trucks and truck stations, but I really didn't mess with vehicles at all because I liked the simplicity of just setting up a belt and then the belt just works forever without requiring fuel, so I didn't really go for trucks. But I'm wondering if that's going to leave me at a knowledge deficit when it comes to setting up other things later on. Oh, we'll find out. It's alright. I only found out, like, yesterday that when you started different map points in Satisfactory, it's the same map. It's just a different drop point. That's literally it. I thought that these were completely different maps so that you played the game on the easy one. And then once you could do more playthroughs in different maps, kind of like how you can start Stardew Valley with different farms. And now, despite the fact that I have not even close to explored the map and all of the different places and things you can do on it, and there's people with, like, you know, 10,000 hours in this game that are still finding things to do, I'm like, do you think they're gonna add more maps? Even though, like, I super don't need it yet. I'm just like, what do you mean there's only one? What kind of game only has one map? Never made it to year 3 or finished the community center. The late game it has now didn't even exist. I enjoyed the island that they added. That content I got a kick out of, although I never, like, got all of the coconuts or whatever they were that got my mage to 80 last night, enough cloth here to catalyze the entire Raid Finder set. Not just the 4-piece bonus. Nice. Golden coconuts. That's right. I would get, like, a chunk of them. I would unlock the main stuff, but I never, like, got all of them. And a lot of the stuff from Mr. Cheese facility on that island I wouldn't, like, get done properly. Watching all fish speedrun. Interesting to see fishing min-maxed. Okay. How long does this buff last? 2 hours? I'm definitely gonna remember to do 2 more time walking dungeons tomorrow, right? Definitely. Tomorrow's Saturday. That doesn't mean anything. I was gonna say maybe that means something for maybe that means something for how fast the queues are, or how well the dungeons go. It's fine, I'm healing. I get queues anyway. Where do you get the Defiance gunpowder from? I didn't realize you had to loot a thing. Maybe this good. I did get Veladar yesterday. It feels so weird to be done with it, because now I don't have to keep waiting for 11 o'clock. There we go. I'm finished with Beladar, and I'm finished with the Dauntless Imperial Lynx. I'm pretty sure I'm free from Hallowfall in general. Nice. Set a reminder for tomorrow. Do time walking. I set all kinds of reminders and calendars and stuff on my phone, and I will see my reminder maybe 18 hours after it goes off, because I just don't keep the thing, or I avoid the thing really well. I've gotten very good at avoiding my phone. And at first it was like, oh, I'm going to be all focused and I'm going to not check my phone all the time. And then I realized I kind of liked that. And then I've gone kind of... it's become kind of a problem where I will not look at it or engage with it within like a day or so. So then, like, you know, I'll finally, like, the next day it'll be morning and I'll have a coffee and I'll, like, pull open my laptop to look something up. And I'm like, oh, hey, there's text messages and an alert from yesterday. Oops. This was time sensitive and I did not get to it in time. And luckily, there's only a handful of people in my life that would text me, and they all know that I suck at checking my phone, so nobody takes it very personally anymore. But I'm kind of queen of not being on top of my messages. Not my finest feature, but it is a feature. Congrats and Belladar, thank you. Phone that can play an alarm, a watch, and a speaker, and you still miss the thing? That is some dedication. Yeah. I don't really wear the watch anymore. I'll put it on if I'm going out, but not to yoga, and if I remember. And then it's just to kind of check the time without having to pull out my phone. Or like if I'm going hiking and I want to track the hike. But, yeah. When did I get the links? It was this week, I think. It was this most recent batch of boxes. You're free. There's definitely more War Within mounts. I don't have Elenira. I don't have the bee. I'm sure there's Delve stuff that I'm missing. Family doesn't care if I suck at looking at text and mixed calls. They're like, how dare you? Oh. Must be bad luck. First stream I missed in a while and you got it. You see the message, think you responded, but you just did that in your head. Yeah. I've started leaving my phone with my partner so that if there's anything important we're expecting, he might notice that it comes through. It's just so tempting to just, you know, delegate all communications, but that's not a terribly fair thing to do. Like, hey, listen, do you want access to my email and my phone and then you can just do it all for me? No? Crazy. How did we ever reach out to someone in the 80s, early 90s? I think people used to actually answer their telephones when they called them. So maybe some people still do. I don't answer my phone. Even if I have it and I see it ringing, unless I know who it is and why they're calling before the phone rings, I'm not picking up. The only exceptions would be for, like, nuclear immediate family members. Anybody else can leave a message. But it doesn't happen very often because I don't use phone calls for very much. So generally speaking, I'm not expecting calls. And it means that it's extremely hard to get me on the line with a spam call. So. WoD Classic Hazel comes back to the arena? If I could turn back time. Oh, man. I don't know if I would do it all again. Do you think they're really going to do a WoD Classic? Or did they announce it and I just slept through that? Ultimate trust, letting them have full access to phone and browsing history. Yeah, my phone's not exactly a repository of secrets. Ooh. Good reminder today, call your grandmas. Best friend's husband manages her inbox for her because she gets overwhelmed. It's cute. Would my computer be? I don't think so. I don't know, maybe my journal? You know, personal thoughts in there, but I'm not like a big secrets person. I sometimes wish I had secrets. Not like big, scary, dangerous ones, but just like little things that only I know, just to kind of feel like I have them, you know? I used to like that as a kid. I used to like thinking that there was something that only I knew that I wasn't going to tell anybody. And I would come up with like weird little tiny arbitrary things just so that I would have them as a secret. I used to bullet journal. I drop in and out of it. I have like a actual like a digital like diary style journal. And then I have like, you know, paper like to-do lists and stuff. Hi. Hi. Ah, what the heck? Let's just get it done. Let's just do it. Let's just keep motoring. If I do 2 more of these, then I don't have to think about it again tomorrow. That's probably worth it. Just stay in the zone while I'm in it. I got a couple of things that I can vendor for item IDs, so that's good. In the process of wrangling my brain into using a digital planner. Write a book. I can't deal with digital planners. I've tried a million of them. It has to be paper for me. Otherwise, I'm just so good at ignoring digital stuff. It's so easy to get it out of sight, out of mind. And it's also easy to lose a paper planner, but like, if I can physically like leave it on my desk and then I have to physically confront it. Whereas if it's like an app, I could just never open the app and that's way too easy. Loving all the zone drops and BOEs and classic time walking. There's so many. I like it. Surely they end classic with mop, right? But then again, I said that about classic wrath and here we are almost at classic mop. I think classic WoD would be so funny. I don't think I would play it. I don't think I'm going to play and actually like raid in any version of classic, but it would be so funny. Yeah, I do. I still have that notebook in my desk drawer. I'm pretty sure I wrote like 3 things down in it, and then that's it. Oh, this dungeon's already partially complete. On my way. Let me tell that to my party. On my way. Be a little bit of a run here. They don't let me mount in here, huh? Wondering if they would fast-paced WoD like they arcade a bit to get to Legion time walking. Feel like they're going to continue after mop. Could be wrong. Yeah, maybe. I mean, what else are they going to do? I mean, that's a big question. There's lots of other things they could do. At that point, just do remixes. Always a little worried if I, as a healer, join a partially completed dungeon. With time walking, I feel like sometimes it's just a fun challenge. It's not that I think I could heal anything that could happen in time walking, but like, I think I could handle a good portion of the potential disasters. So, you know, it should be fine. If anything, it means that you could, if anything, it means that it's a tank that's willing to pull nice and fast, and we'll be out of here in no time, right? Restart the cycle to BC again? Would that be weird? I don't think so. Would you change it up, though, or would it just be like a fresh endpoint for people? Okay. Well, they seem to be doing just fine without me, so I'm not wildly worried about it. Yeah, sometimes it is just a DC. Or, you know, someone had to go. Goldfish on fire, etc. It bothers me 1% that I keep doing this quest and I keep getting 4 of 5 and then not finishing it. But it's really like the 5th dungeon would just be for an epic shard, right? Because, oh, if they waited for me to pull the boss, that's nice. The 5th boss would really just be for an epic shard, because there's nothing that a heroic Nerubian cache is going to give me anyway. Goldfishes and fire is a good thing to say before you leave. Sods actually seems kind of funny. They added a new raid or something. Epic gear, you could get a Mog. I could. That's true. I'm probably not going to worry about it. I'll get that Mog one day. Gosh, I really hope that I get that pair of pants out of Blackwing Lair today. If I don't, it's fine. I have like a bajillion characters parked out there. After that, I'm going to be moving them out to AQ. AQ 20. How am I going to get them there? Am I going to fly from like... I could probably go Stormwind, Borealis, Silithus, right? Do they still have a Silithus portal in Borealis? Or maybe it's phased depending on your questing or expansion progress or something. I couldn't remember if they took that one out. I thought they might have. I don't know anymore. But yeah, Oldham would be fine too. Because I only need to get them out there once as long as I don't mess up and hearth them out. I might set some Hearthstones to some in Silithus just in case I accidentally mess it up, because I'm going to be out there for a while doing both AQs. Still there? When you read Sod, does your head go to SOD or SOD first? You've officially befuzzled me. I am bewildered. I don't understand. I have to face a pre-sword Silithus for an in out there. Yeah, that makes sense. Season of Discovery or Sanctum of Domination? Oh, Season of Discovery for sure. Sanctum of Domination is barely a bit of debris left in my brain. I don't remember a whole lot of that. Something about an eyeball that you would grapple hook between platforms. Your brain deleter works better than mine. I'm really good at rinsing raid tiers out of my brain. I do not hold on to that kind of info. I don't think I could if I wanted to. Sod is in grass. Sod is in an insult. One day get to farm SOD for all the things. I ran it once or twice with Flabby for Vengeance. There's a mount off of Sylvanas. And we tried it a couple of times. I didn't get the mount, but I'm gonna need it. Gonna need it one day. I'm just gonna PI random people. I don't know who's doing damage. It doesn't really matter. Very soloable. Oh no. I have been trapped. Farming Mythic Sylvanas for the past 3 weeks. People argue if D2 means Diablo 2 or Destiny 2. People argue about that? I mean, I guess people argued about what to call Deadmines, whether it was DM or VC, for the longest time. And people still have, like, heated conversations about that. Like, I understand the difficulty, but do we need to fight? Gnome sacrifice. 14 odds. That's quite a few chances. I hope it drops for you soon. DM or DC? VC, as in Van Cleef, is the thing that some people like to call Deadmines in Classic, because DM in Classic can also mean Dagger Maul, aka this dungeon. So, yeah. Yeah, that's true. People will argue about anything. I guess it keeps you busy. I'd say it keeps you young, but I don't think it does. I really don't think it does. Feel like I haven't heard VC since 0405. I saw a bunch of that discussion going on in like public chat channels in Classic when I was playing. Maybe not like hardcore, but Season of Mastery, I believe, was when I had my main Classic phase. The older you get, the better you get at arguing. I don't know. Looking forward to the new raid? I am. It looks really fun. Forgot Season of Mastery was a thing. Season of Mastery. We had a Season of Mastery guild. That was actually very fun. Just played retail. Want to get into Classic? I don't know if Wisdom is getting better at arguing. Wisdom might be realizing that winning is not the victory that you thought it was. Unless you're a lawyer, in which case victory is a pretty big deal. And even then, I don't know if it's about convincing your opponent. It's about convincing other people paying attention. It's just law and politics. This group seems fine. Might just have been a DC. Entirely possible. Was it fast, though? I don't know. It was alright. I'm gonna requeue. I'm at the point in retail now where I might jump back into Classic before Undermined comes out. Yeah, good place to kill a little time. Let's do one more of these bad boys and then we can be done with it for now. Time Ways. Master of the Turbulent Time Ways 2. So we're gonna be 4 of 5, which means next week, presumably Wednesday, my first stream of the week, we can get the Timely Buzz Bee. Yeah, one more week for the bee mount. That'll be good. Anything good we can sell here? Getting a couple of nice item IDs from Grays, which is kind of fun. Appreciate that. More number go up, you know. This character actually, I think, needs to do Blackwing Lair. She hasn't done it. I was procrastinating running my priest through Blackwing Lair because priest is a pretty hideous class to do it on. That is alright. Invis. I don't think an invis pot's gonna work. 58 gold. Ineffective above level 50. I don't even know what they're called anymore. Thranic invis? No. For sub 50s. I don't even think it would work. I think it has to be a stealth. I'm pretty sure stealth and invis are different things in game. Nice having 2 game modes. Can always find stuff to do in retail if I need to, but it's nice to have the option. Oh man. This is a this is a humdinger of a last dungeon to run. This one's just long. Hopefully we've got some big DPS here. We've got a Brewmaster Monk who is certainly cranking. See if anybody else really gets fired up here. I think the Legion ones are cheaper. I didn't try invis pots. I was thinking about it. I really doubt it's gonna work. I haven't had anybody tell me they've done it successfully. People just told me to try it. Let's skip a lot here now. Time walking dungeons are so long. So, yeah, it seems to be a pretty big gulf. Some of them seem a lot longer. I think this is the longest one. There is stuff that could be skipped, but it's kind of an open question of whether or not it's gonna be skipped. Okay, it looks like if I want to PI a DPS, the mage is a pretty good, well, the frost mage, that one is a pretty good bet. Yeah, they only needed to do Witch Doctor, Sez's, Necrim, and then Ukor's. So you could, yeah, you could just run by a bunch of stuff for sure. But this is the last classic time walking I need to do. And then I can get back into Blackwing Lair. I'm actually quite excited to start poking around in AQ20. There's some really nice mods in there. And I do think it's going to be a bit of a bag buster trying to hang on to all of the little bits and pieces, but you know, these characters are going to be getting reputation. I'll probably want to run, I mean, I have time in a week, depending on how long the runs are. I have time to run a bunch of characters, but I'll want to make sure I do at least one of each class so that I can get the reps so that I can buy, or do the quest rather, for the tier on each of those classes. I'm pretty sure I have it for Priest already, but heard it here first. Hazel excited for AQ. Yeah, you can hold that against me when I change my mind. I think I'm just looking forward to a change of pace. I like the outdoor AQ a lot. It's the underground one because I keep forgetting that I can mount, so I'll be running around it. Mark my words, I'm going to be running on my little gnome feet through underground AQ40, and you guys are going to be like, Hazel, you can mount. And I'll be like, oh yeah, and then I'll forget, and then you'll have to say it again. But that doesn't become our problem until after we get through the above ground one, where you also can mount, but it's like more obvious that you can mount because it's outside. And that's not going to be my problem until after I get those pants off of Flamegore. And nothing says that he has to cough them up. He could hold out on me. It's an option. By the way, Hazel, you can mount. Love being able to use my Scarab mounts. Oh, hey, there's a guy here. Make a mount up emote. I just hope you don't insist on doing it your way. What a strange idea to bring to my stream. You've been watching me for years. What do you think I'm gonna do? Watch someone playing a game. I hope you don't insist on doing it your way. This should be a democracy. I'm playing a video game. Come on. Goodness gracious. Simply open an achievement in the achievement window by clicking it in ATT. Don't know if that made any sense. Yeah, we're not we're not doing important lab research to cure diseases over here. I'm just playing a game and hanging out for fun. It doesn't have to be the most efficient thing. In honor of Lore Walker Cho, I will always refer to Cthulhu as a giant, creepy artichoke. Did he say that? Did he say that on the, in the anniversary event? That's great. I missed it. Okay. Giant creepy artichoke. Is there a non-creepy artichoke? Are there comforting artichokes? Is that like an option for artichokes? Also, did you see I saved that guy? He was almost dead. I did it. Well, actually, I shouldn't gloat. He might still die. Officially, only 15k Flame Blessed Iron away from completing Siren Isle. Very nice. You are much more dedicated than myself. I'm quite jealous. There's some really cool mog out there. What I should do is I should just make sure I do the weeklies every week. I don't know if I'm gonna, though. Still need the mop. Oh, that's the best one, though. Bless you. You actually inspired me to do the weeklies on 13 characters. Holy smokes, that's so much commitment. How long does it take? Are you like super good at them now? I feel like doing the weeklies ended up taking me an hour on my main just because I would end up wandering around in circles being confused for a long time. Oh hey, there's a I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I have everything. I don't need those elder coins. It's just she's right there. That is a good question. Need around 20 minutes per character. That's pretty fast. That's still like a lot of hours of Siren Isle though. Yeah, I got the new rocket. I did that on I made a new character to do that. I made a Earthen so you could get some experience while we were flying around to the different elders. 300 coins to get all the Mog? Just can't possibly. There's a lot of stuff out there. It's a crime the coins aren't warbound. I wonder if I'm gonna get into that kind of a grind in like 2 expansions when I can one-shot stuff. It probably won't make me... I mean, am I gonna do a ton of dailies? Maybe, if I get caught up to that point. You know, if we're working the all the things list bottom to top and we reach a point where there's nothing easier to farm, I might end up doing that. I think it'll take me about 2 expansions to get through all these old raids worth of stuff. And dungeons. Can't forget dungeons. I think getting all the Mog from the raids is going to slow down substantially as soon as I hit raids that have multiple difficulties with separate Mog from each difficulty. Because right now I'm just doing classic raids and it's just the one difficulty, so you just kind of run it and then you have it all. And it's been taking me maybe 2 weeks of running my 20-ish characters through them just to clear out everything. But once we have like 2 colorways, 3 colorways, 4 colorways, I think that my pace is going to take a big ol' hit. Save the elder coins in case they add more stuff. Do they persist between years? I don't think they do. I could be wrong. Jailer's still a pain. Jailer goes down pretty easy when I 2-man him. I haven't tried soloing him though. Oh, this dungeon won't take it so long. After I get out of here, I'm gonna need to scoop the camp box real quick. I've saved them between years. Could be wrong. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure actually. I know a lot of the holiday currency does not persist between years. But those ones do hit bag and not currency tab. Although a lot of them do hit bag and not currency tab, like Tricky Treats, for example. Doing his random mythic just to get the skip. That's smart. Thank goodness for account-wide skips, eh? Kate soloing the first boss of Sepulchre. Do you think I look cool? I feel like having a hat like this is like the least effective personal flotation device of all time. It's like the hat would float, but even if you were attached to the hat, it would still be the highest point of you. You'd be bobbing along below it. Like a balloon animal. One run away from having the mythic skip for Sylvanas. Oh, you're so close. For a while, I was kind of keeping up with doing raids so that I could unlock skips. And then I kind of lost steam. I don't know if I would do the raid skips until I had all the Mog now, though. I think I would be too committed to getting all the Mog from all the bosses that you would be skipping. I never used to worry about that too much, but now I want it all. What if you had the hat and a snorkel? Then you're talking. I wonder if I'm ever gonna have a snorkeling phase again. I think I'm too squeamish about swimming in cold water. I used to be braver. I'm getting spoiled in my old age. That's a good question, actually. I think if you get the mythic skip, you have it for all your characters, but I think it's only the mythic skip. I would assume you'd have to do the other ones as well. I don't know that for sure, but that's my understanding. I think. Almost finished with this. Thankfully, we didn't need to go around and do all the bosses. Ragallon Mythic poses an actual challenge for my ults. People getting hexed over here. This is gonna be a little tiny bit messy. Luckily, I have cooldowns. Okay, it's not that messy. Am I doing any damage? I feel like I'm doing damage. I'm doing 200k. It's something. Not usually a reason to skip lower difficulties, though. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Even if you were Mog farming them, you would still want to do it with the Mog. Okay. Thank you. And that should have given me the buff. HFC has such giant loot tables. Oh dear. Does Miss Kira do the cat bark sound? Our male cat doesn't meow, just sort of mat when he needs something. Yeah, I call them her chirps. She chirps a lot. She chirps and she trills. She only meows if she's quite in her feelings about something. And then it's gonna be like a meow, meow. Like she'll howl kind of. But mostly if she's chatty, she's gonna, you know, she'll trill and chirp like a bird. She's dead quiet like 99% of the time though. Her and Moose are very quiet pets. There's not a lot of ambient sound going on around here. Funny. She has specific words. She has specific like cat words. She'll go meow, meow, and that means hello. Usually in the morning, you know. If you pet her first thing in the morning and she's in a good mood, she'll say meow, meow. Like Donald Duck. Okay, I will take a very, very short break. Be right back. Thank you for your patience. I am back. I had to move my laundry. Tim, thank you for the 27-month resub. Appreciate it. Yeah, my cat's real cute. She's a good girl. She thought I was going back to bed when I went in that direction to get the laundry, and now she's a little bit miffed. Okay, let's go suffer. Let's do Blackwing Lair on a priest, and I'm just gonna walk my butt through the slow room. I'm just gonna auto-walk my way through there. Lady Cat's favorite noise. Birth. Call it her Windows startup noise. Gremlin noises kind of sounds my cat does. They're very expressive. She can put a lot of like emotional tone into her sounds. She's got a very specific one that cat owners might know, where she's comfy somewhere. She's very comfy, and you're trying to move her. Perhaps she's like asleep on the bed, and your legs are next to her, and you start to move your legs, and they're disturbing a comfy cat, and she goes, meow. Which I think is Kira for don't. Why? I was comfy. But she'll only make that sound in that particular circumstance. Oh, thanks. Okay. Off to Blackwing Lair. I would switch to Shadow, but I don't think it really matters. I'm going to be just wholly Novaing things down anyway. Not tired. All good. Hey, okay. I'm going to just untrack that because I'm probably not doing it. Let's do a /TY to this kind person for helping me get out of this cave. I can buff them. There we go. I need to fly. To this balcony. Sometimes we remember exactly where it is, and sometimes it seems a lot harder. Couldn't tell you the difference. No idea. Okay. Just fire. We have 150 of 151 transmogs from this place. One left. Are you guys finally seeing Christmas weather down here? Today looks like it's going to be a 3-shovel day here. It's not snowing right now, but let me look at the weather forecast. There's been talk amongst the neighbors. There's been, you know, chatter about the neighborhood. Victoria, BC weather forecast. Because we're supposed to get like really cold winds, I think tonight. Some kind of an Arctic situation. Rain, sun, rain, sun, rain, rain. Maybe snow next week on Thursday. But if we've got a lot of rain before then, and it's going to be kind of cold, so the barometer doesn't need to, the mercury doesn't need to dip very much for all that rain to turn into snow. But it could just be a bunch of cold rain. Okay. Get this done. This is no problem. You inspired me to run these old raids. The leggings you need are one of 3 remaining items that I need. Unlucky legs. Unlucky indeed. Leg guards of the Fallen Crusader. Are they cool? I guess I can't preview them. I'm in combat. It's alright. I'm glad I got that gun. I think it's really cool. I'll have to mog it onto one of the hunters. They can use it while they're farming the other instances. I wonder if while Moose is alive, if I'll have a yard that can get snow so that he can frolic in snow in a yard. I think that would make his life. I don't know. Especially if the next place I buy doesn't have one, he might not. I don't know. Might not hit his window. Going back and doing so many pet battle achievements is time consuming. Pet battle achievements are like a lot of just very data entry. Did I miss an egg? Hello, eggies? I must have missed an egg. Do 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 do. Ah, do do do. Do 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 do. Whoops daisy. All right. Good. 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 Still in combat. But yeah, I haven't entered my snow shoveling era. Good afternoon, Hazel. Afternoon, chat. Good afternoon, Morphiana. No, I don't have a family member with a fenced yard.
You are persistent,
Not in this economy. I don't think anybody has a place that you could host more than like 8 guests at, even. We live in Victoria. and nobody is a multimillionaire. Would you consider Old Nax a classic raid? I would, but it's not sitting high up in the list on all the things, so I'm not going to hit it up until I get to it in the all the things list. I'm working in all the things order.
5.
Good thing about living on the ocean, you don't get a ton of snow if you don't enjoy shoveling.
1.
Yeah, I think when I do move, it'll probably be away from the ocean. Unless I can find a nice place in Souk. That'd be kind of cool. Souk's spendy though. Yeah, Victoria is very much Seattle type of weather. Very similar situation. Maybe less rain, a lot less rain than Seattle though, because of the rain shadow of the Olympic Mountains. So I think it's actually drier. It's nice. On average, the weather here is fairly nice for Canada. You know, it's not South Cal weather or anything, but it's nice here. It's just very, 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 very expensive. Costs many buckaroos. Big dollars. Yeah, Victoria is a ferry away from Port Angeles, which is near but not in Seattle. If there is a Seattle ferry. I think we actually had this argument before. I think there is a Seattle ferry. I've just never taken it or heard of it. The black ball goes to Port Angeles. Version of Nex in the game is the Wrath version. Didn't they do an old Nex though? Or am I confusing it with like a old Scarlet Monastery and like they did another old raid? I thought they did old Nex. It was like an unlockable thing. Neighbor has a fenced yard, often can't let their dog out. Cats tempt him to dig under the fence. Yeah, I think even with a yard, I don't think I'm gonna just like chuck my dog into the yard unsupervised. Depends on the yard, I suppose. I'd want to hang it there with him though. Oh, kitty, I just scooped that. Alright, after I get around the corner, I'm gonna just point myself to auto run in the direction of the next boss, and then I need to scoop the box again. Oh dear, oh no. I don't know if I'm gonna make it until I get around the corner. It's funny, I think she was waiting for me to scoop the box the last time so that she could use it now. Which I appreciate. Everybody likes having clean facilities. Okay, I'll be back.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet. Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
Oh, I'm not even there yet. We're good. Alrighty. Let me be free. Let me go talk to Firemaw. It's weird not needing any of the BOEs from these things. Alright, buddy. One pair of flight cards of the Fallen Crusader, please. Drum roll. Da-da-da. Nope. Alright, well, she can go home. Let's find another character. There's always another one. Okie dokie.
I have an extended supply of goods for Outlanders.
Right. Brain fart. Blackwing Lair, that's right. Okie dokie. So, who is this? That's just a character for buying things on another realm. Okay, so we did all the hunters. I did the rogue and the druids, and I did the warriors and the shamans. And I did Anthus and Scary. I don't remember if I did Zelixia yet. I think Zelixia and Night Flame and Crinkle might still be able to do it. Oh, and then yeah, that Paladin too. Take a look at the lockout. Just need one pair of pants. Are we locked out to or Blackwing Lair? Nope, I am good to go. This character is not wildly fast at getting through it, but she's faster than the priest. She can at least deep breath, and she can hover. I could probably dream breath as well if I cared to switch to preservation. Let's do that actually. May as well. So we've got deep breath and we have dream flight, both 2-minute cooldowns, but both will get me a reasonable distance. And then I also, yeah, give me a starter build because they changed all my talents. And then I just want to make sure I have all the hover charges as well as dream flight. And then we've got hover lasting 4 seconds longer, gaining an additional charge. That's good. I also want to make sure I have just the Azure Spiky thingy. Just to kill trash. Yeah, Azure Strike. There we go. I forgot about rescue. Sure. I gotta fix it. Oh, Kitty, what is it? Okay, okay. You can come up. We were just talking about you and your noises. Wow. Hi. I want to fix her Mog. This cloak was not intended to be that one. Just been reminded that I'm a cheapskate. Out fishing instead of buying a fish on the auction house because 12 gold a fish is too much. Yeah, I get that. I feel the same way. Depends on how many fish I need. But, yeah. Sometimes, yeah, you're right. Sometimes it is the principle of it. You're absolutely right. I am at a point in my life where I'm entering a new sartorial era. This is Hazel pretends that she's a belting her jeans kind of person. Also a wearing jeans kind of person, but you know, one thing at a time. I've decided that I'm gonna, for the moment, be a put-together lady that at least half tucks, if not full tucks, a t-shirt into the belted jeans. We might not match the shoes to the belt, but there will be a belt, which is at least one step above sweatpants. I don't know if it's for every day, but I'm excited about it for the moment. This is big progress for me. I know, I had to buy a belt. I had to purchase one. And I was looking at the options and I decided to get a real one as opposed to a pressed particle leather one because I wanted it to last longer and not fall apart immediately. I know. Not me sitting here in a onesie. Any day that is not a gym shorts day is very much a dress-up day. I've just kind of, and this is very silly of me, but I've like rediscovered stretch denim. I had a big jeans phase where I was like, if they're not 100% cotton denim, I don't want them because I had some idea that it was going to last a lot longer despite the fact that I've never worn out a pair of jeans by wearing them. Generally speaking, I just stopped liking the way they fit me. But the thing about like really authentic denim like that is yes, it's super comfy if it's like really worn in. But you have to kind of wear it to get it to that point, and it's usually fairly stiff and not that comfy for a long time up to that point. So I found some that are stretch denim that have like elastic even around like the waistband to stop them from like gapping open in the back when you lean forward. And I am all about it. They're very comfy. They're not super warm, so I have to put leggings under them if I'm going to go out. But they're working it. Captain Kegla gave me mail. That's a bit strange. What did he give you? Thought about switching to leggings more instead of sweatpants. I've had that thought where I'm like, what if I was more dressed up by dressing up to leggings? Usually I stop doing it because I get cold. I know there's fleece-lined leggings, but I've never found leggings that were both warm and comfortable when compared to the warmth and comfort of sweatpants. And I will put up with a lot of things, but I will not put up with being cold. Opened it on a leveling alt. Can't even get to Dornigal yet. Oh no. Uniqlo has thermal stretch denim. These ones are democracy jeans, which there's not a ton of places to get them in Canada, but they do carry them on Amazon if you can get lucky and you can find your size. I heard a bunch of people recommending them and I thought I would try it, and I'm into it. They're not like, you know, they're not like red carpet jeans. I'm not really ready for like a fashion shoot, but I'm more dressed up than sweatpants was kind of my bar. I have Sherpa fleece lined sweatpants for when I need to be really warm, and I have been living in them this winter, especially like for walking the dog in the morning before the sun has touched the earth. There is nothing better than getting into the big like Sherpa fleece lined, like an inch of fleece underneath the sweatpants. They're super bulky. I don't care. They're so warm. They're my favorite thing to put on when I'm going out in the cold. How does your evoker feel about killing all these dragon whelps? Oh, I mean, she's got some issues. She's a bit of a self-hating kind of a dragon. I don't think she's really made peace with her scales. Technically, the sun is always shining on the earth, just not your part. Good day. Good morning, Hazel and everyone. Good day. We're almost there. Evoker's not the worst at this. Dream Flight and Deep Breath is kind of the move. You only really get to do it once, but then you can kind of gap fill with Hover a little bit. Definitely better than Priest. I think I would have been pressed for time if I had to go like clean the litter box at the same time. Alright. Fire Maw. Legs, please. She healed in Mythic Plus last expansion. I can see where the self-hatred comes from. Yeah, stealth classes are great for that. I ran mine already. I did all my hunters and all my druids and my one rogue. Come on, Firemont. Please! Darn it. I thought if I begged nicely. Yeah, well. We got more characters. All the characters that we have left, though, are like the terrible ones. It's all the worst characters for this. Is it the lack of Mog? I just really don't click with the races that are humanoid animals. I just don't click with them. I like animals, and I like humanoids, but it's like a lizard decided to stand up and start walking and talking around, and it just freaks me out. I also, you'll notice in my alts, I don't do a lot of Ulpera or Worgen. Yeah. I don't have a problem with them, it's just not what I want to play. Liking all the things, very helpful through these runs. Nice to keep track of what you're missing. Not a lot of Tauren either. I do have a Tauren. Not something I make a lot of characters of. What do I have a lot of, race-wise? I have a handful of gnomes. Humans? Night elves. Night elves because druids. And a couple night elf hunters. Yeah, gnomes and elves, but not void elves or blood elves, really. I've got one male blood elf. And I've got one male... Yeah, let me look. What races do I favor? Aside from gnomes, which is the obvious one. Yeah, just gnomes. Would you make a new evoker if they could be made with different races? Probably, but I think at that point it would be, like... It's kind of defeating the point. I think evoker is very tied up with being a Drakthir. None of my elves that are Worgen or Volpera last. Yeah. Worgen Volpera pandas don't tend to stick with me, so... Let's see. That's an orc, a gnome, an elf, a human, a Draenei. And then troll. Another gnome, a goblin, an elf, Coltiran. There's one cow, Petalbloom. And there's another gnome, another troll, another orc. There's a dwarf. That was a time walking all. I think I needed heritage armor or something on him. Same thing with the heritage armor. There's the Worgen. We've got an elf. Fair amount of orcs, actually. Surprising amount of orcs. Lots of gnomes. Handful of dwarves for the heritage armor. Mistweaver mollywobbles the mecha gnome. Yeah, male trolls, actually. Trolls and orcs. I don't know if I would have guessed that. I would have thought that I would have more undead than trolls and orcs. There's one undead. I love her. She's so cool. There's the one undead. I can't believe I leveled this character. That's so random. Okay. Night Flame, your turn. It's a lot of hunters, right? Gnome, Goblin, Pandaren, and canon, they're all human supremacists. They're basically humies. Well, let's see. Yeah, I guess he hasn't done Blackwing Lair because he's not even out there. He's still got his heart set to Mud Sprocket. What do you mean you're gonna give me refitted Bruiser gauntlets? Huh? Not right away. Never mind. 2 humans cutting back for me. I think at one point I had 4 or 5. Boring, apparently. I love female humans. I love the female human model, especially with all the detail and the new hairstyles they got. Male humans I struggle with because of their necks. Male humans have such thick necks that it's just very funny to me and I cannot take them seriously. This way. Traps for days. Okay, so he can zoop. I think he can also leap. No, it's just a little baby leap. That's Metamorphosis. What other movement do I have? I know Metamorphosis has a leap. I think I'm mainly just zooping. That's good. It's a pretty short cooldown. 8-second recharge. As a thick neck male human IRL, I take offense. I offer sincere apologies. You can fell blade to an enemy. Okay, okay. Okay. Maybe this is the time. We're gonna get the legs. I'm believing. Remember he had band-aids? He had Frostweave band-aids on his bar because I was trying to get through like the Healy Dragon boss. I wanted to kill the Healy Dragon boss in ICC on this character. Demon Hunters can't stealth. They can see through stealth. They can't stealth themselves. That's right. That's what it was. What is this button? Essence Break. I don't know. Bunch of words. DH Speed Farm stream? I'm trying to... Whoa. Oh, now Mikhail. I'm trying to get myself those leg guards of the Fallen Crusaders. Just one last piece of Mog from Blackwing Lair. At least it's not from Nefarian. Would have been nice if my last piece of Mog was from like Razor Gore or Velostraz, though. Shadow Meld? Yeah, it's not going to help me get through the slow room, unfortunately. It is technically a stealth, you just can't move. You are right. Continuing to keep my High Mountain Druid because of the racials. Want her to be my Gathering Druid. Yeah, I haven't like purged my remix alts or anything, so I do have alts of races that I don't normally play. It's not like I don't want to have them at all on my screen or anything. I just don't see myself investing time in those characters beyond like the occasional log farm. Or raid mount farm or whatever it is. Zandalar Druid's gonna be my speed druid. Okay. For the 2% gold racial. Nice. I was so excited about that racial. I installed an add-on when I've made my very first Zandalari troll, who must be a long gone character because I don't think I have any anymore. But there was an add-on that was specifically tallying up a lifetime total. Like, you had to run it in order for it to count, but it would keep track of how much extra gold you had earned on your Zandalari troll because it was a Zandalari troll. That idea just tickled me pink. I have also only done Razor Gore on max level. Presumably you would have raid members fighting the ads while somebody steers the control orb. But I'm just guessing. I'm just making stuff up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hoping and praying you weren't picked to be the bomb. Raid members all 4 corners. I think I've been misgendering Velostraz. I think I've been calling Velostraz a she, and I don't know what Velostraz is. It's not a female dragon name. I just assume most of the dragon bosses are ladies for no good reason. Yeah, sorry about that. I want leg guards of the Fallen Crusader. I want to be free from this prison. I want to be able to stop running the slow room. This has to be one of the most annoying things. Not on all classes, obviously. Some classes do much better at this than others, but like, oh wow, Fel Rush is really quite a short range. There we go. Click on a pillar? I think you would need, let me see. It's not gonna help, because you've still got 5 buffs 5 seconds before the thing wears off. It would take you much longer to clear a path. You would still get the debuff on you anyway. I don't think that's gonna save you any time. One of the annoying things that you don't have to do anymore. Hydral and a warrior, because they're flying mobs and it was horrible. I mean, you can still throw you can still got like your little throwy weapon thing, right? Assuming you can one-shot them.
Watch your feet.
Go.
Watch your feet.
I think the cloak is only needed for N'Zoth, but I also feel like I've done it without it. I think they may have fixed that. I don't think I went back to get my cloak. I think I just ran the raid. Used to need rogues to disable those traps. Yeah, it said disarm trap on them, but it did let me click it. Don't need the cloak anymore. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Fire Maw? Fire Maw, Fire Maw. Please help me. Liberty Bell, thank you for the 36-month resub. Happy 3 years. First time in a while I've been able to catch you live. So happy engagement. Thank you. Da-da-da. Nope. Nope, nope. Womp womp. Fireball. Fireball! Suppression room was a nightmare back in the day. I can't even imagine what it would have what it was like trying to... I don't even know. Still trying to get the hunter pants from MC. Gonna go fold N'Zoth like a lawn chair then. It was horrendous. Oh. Not once when I played Classic did I ever have a desire to raid. I could maybe be talked into a dungeon if we had a full pre-made group. Maybe, and if it wasn't hardcore. But, I don't know. Classic raiding just doesn't seem up my alley. What's dropping? Not the pants that I need. I need one more piece of Mog from this raid. And it's not happening so far. But I'm not out of characters yet. Night Pixie. 5 stream streak. Fancy. Tank had to be close behind so the rogue didn't get aggro. Waves of them getting in range sometimes means finding the perfect place on top of the hill facing the right direction. Oh. Okay. Alright. I don't have everything in Saranal off the vendors. I got the mount off of So Easy, and that was the last Flame Blessed Iron I farmed. Now that I have the meta for out there, and I have the Thrayer from out there, and there might be a couple more pets that I need, but it's hard to want to go out and just do weeklies. I should, but I don't want to, so I don't think I'm gonna yet. Hi, kitty. Alright, who's next? I think Crinkle needs doing. Yeah, these characters didn't even make it out to... Yeah, we got 70s. Still need to finish farming the burb on the isle. Such a pain. A little bit at a time worked really well for me. That made me feel much better about it. Just doing 1 torrential fragment per day. That was nice. So, as long as I have Heroic Leap and I have Charge, generally speaking, that's all I'm gonna need here. Doing AQ today? Don't know why. See what kind of stuff you can get. Get rid of a bunch of stuff here. Yeah. Alright, I'll sell the Soul Fronting it. The rest of it can go.
With some better stories. If you find anything exotic, bring it.
I think that's my thing now. Still have to get the one from Cthulhu, too. Classic rating would have been better if not for world buffs. Okay. Come on, Blackwing Lair. I don't really mind trying to get through on Warrior. 30-second Heroic Leap is pretty good. There's a Flame Blessed Iron farming route where you run circles, click on the chest for about 3.5k iron per hour. Oh. Did you do much of that, or did you end up just doing weeklies on alts? Because I know you're almost done. You probably have more Flame Blessed Iron things collected than anybody else that I know. That's a crazy amount of farming you did. That portal's insane. Isn't it nice? It's amazing for like Molten Core, and I guess when we get to farming Blackrock Depths, because I'm sure I'm gonna need stuff from BRD. Just wait until we're farming BRD. I'm gonna be the queen of no, that way, turn around, back, left. Chat, why is she lost? Blackrock Depths. I have 69.3%. I have 111 of 160 available appearances in there. Oh, Quest Mog, though. Might do those, actually. Those won't be hard to do. You just gotta pick them up. I think. No, I still haven't got the last one from BWL. I don't even know how many tries I've done on it. At some point, I should look up how many characters I'm using. I don't really remember. I don't know what my number is. Tried it. Was not engaging enough for me. You think Or Within is worth playing? It only coming back every 2 years when the game is fun. I do, but I don't know if my opinion's going to be a lot of value to you because I never take breaks because I always find something fun to do. I've never really like properly burnt out on WoW. We're all going to be as lost as you. You're on your own. BRD better than you think once you understand that half is just a loop and half is walking over a bridge. I'm going to have to get stuff from BRD that's from the, what do you call them? Not the quest line. Ring of Law. I was farming Ring of Law for a while. That one's annoying because it has different bosses that it can spawn, and it's not guaranteed to spawn the boss you need, and then if it does, that's not guaranteed to drop the thing that you want. Although at least now I don't need to also line up the right armor type. Ring of Law. I have 5 items that I need from Ring of Law still. Yikes. Some of these things might have other sources that I could pursue more easily, though. I don't know. But that's a later me problem. We're gonna have quite a few things to do before we get to Blackrock Depths. Black Morass is waiting in BC. I think this is such a fun like memory lane trip for all of these old raids. And so far, I'm in all of them for just the right amount of time to feel like I'm ready to leave them, but not that I'm like smashing my head on the desk just yet. Although, if if Firemod doesn't give up these legs, we're gonna have some words. Percentage in dungeons, Mythic Plus, like Motherlode, Theater of Pain. Let me see. What's Motherlode from? BFA? Battle for Azeroth. I am 52% on Motherlode. And then I am 82% for Theater of Pain. Only 4 items from Theater of Pain left. Feel that more with dungeons. You think I'm gonna get more stuck? I mean, I guess there's less loot dropping. So, well, but there's smaller loot tables in dungeons as well. I mean, we'll see. We'll find out. Yeah. We'll see. I'm missing a lot of Mog from Delves as well, but I think the vast bulk of Mog that I'm missing... Actually, I'm missing like 10,000 appearances from PvP, but that's kind of a... It's not very much a later me problem. Outdoor zones. Surprising amount of quest Mog completed. Quests and rares is what that is. I have 22,000 of 29,000. Turned off PvP, don't even look at it. Are warriors still the best farm class? I don't think they ever were. Because you can... They used to be... I mean, I guess they used to be good if you wanted to save the most appearances because of how many weapons that they could learn, but now anybody can learn anything. Druids are going to be very fast. Druids are very good. I don't think there's a... This just depends on how fast you want to get through the instance, though. I farm on all kinds of different characters. I like my hunters and my druids. But occasionally there's some good reason to have something else. Now and then. There's a lot of PvP appearances. And I mean, a lot of them you can just buy with Marks of Honor, but that requires you to farm Marks of Honor. And yeah, I could do Comp Stomp, but that doesn't sound like me. That doesn't sound like something I'm gonna do. There are things that require Volpera to farm. Really? Like what? Volpera only farms. I mean, outside of Heritage Armor, of course. I got 2 gold. Farmed Conquest for the first time ever, so I could buy a bow. Was it worth it? Alright, Flamegore. Firemaw, Firemaw. I'm sorry, I keep calling you Flamegore. I'm getting my bosses mixed up here. I don't even know who Flamegore is. I'm sure somebody. This game's big enough, you'd assume. Partial bag of tricks. There's unlocks for it. Oh. Alright. Light Guards of the Fallen Crusader, pretty please? Nope. Maybe next time. Worst part of farming for me was all the walking. I like getting, you know, gold from vendoring stuff. Eventually I'll have, like, I don't know, 1,000 gold in each of these characters. But then, you know, if I was doing 20 characters, that's 20,000 gold. Could, you know, could do worse. Not too shabby. Red and blue bow that looks like coral? Stunning. Flamegore is the next boss. Flamegore is the next boss. You're right. That's probably why I'm mixing up. Flamegore had the bow. Or didn't know. Ebonrock had the bow. That's right. Sorry, Flamegore. Flamegore is just collateral damage because I usually kill him while I'm busy waiting to get ported out of the instance. Just for extra stuff to vendor. Extra 6 gold here and 5 gold there. I've just been deleting all these BWL pets with the exception of Creminius. I'll post those. I'm sure I'm flooding the market though. Also, nobody even, like, they're not even good anymore. They were nerfed years and years ago, but I think they still somehow hold some value. Alright, next character. I think she'll get some of Creminius's loot in the mail. Nightgate. Pray for the return of the Looterang. Creminius is okay. I got a paladin. Make sure I've got 2 charges of the Divine Steed thing. And Hand of Freedom or Blessing of Freedom. That's very important. Maybe this one will drop it. Alright, 2 charges of that. Get her into a starter build and then make sure she's got all of the cooldown is reduced, but duration is reduced. No, I don't want that. And we want freedom. I want manual freedom. Freedom plus steed. There we go. Temp characters to do Mog hunts? I make temp characters to shop for Mog on other servers. And then sometimes I delete characters when I get sick of having too many characters, but I don't set out with the intention. Oh no, not like trial characters. No, never. I have too many characters that are real characters. I don't usually run out of attempts. I normally run out of stream hours in a week before I run out of characters to run a raid. Especially with, like, I still have all the alts that I leveled during Remix. And 70 is more than enough to run these raids, so I have lots. Lots and lots of characters. Morning, Hazel. Good morning. Are you going to be forced to do it on a level-appropriate group to get that one last drop? We put together a Blackwing Lair raid. Okay. Ask someone in my guild who has the Zandalari Gold add-on. He does lots of legacy content over 5 years. The character says about 213k gold. I'd be pretty pleased with that. I mean, yeah, it's like over 5 years, but still, it's not nothing. It's 200k you get to keep. I'm pretty sure I forgot that I leveled this dwarf. Like, I almost had leveled another dwarf because I thought that I still needed one for heritage armor. And then I was like, oh yeah, I did, because I leveled it in like an hour on stream in Remix. And then I like completely forgot that she'd ever existed. People are like, you made a dwarf paladin? And I'm like, no, I didn't. And I had. Here she is. Okay. Do I know what these buttons do? Absolutely not. Doesn't really matter. 2 free WoW tokens a decade, just about. Alright, maybe this is the run. Got Elton John playing in my head. Can't get him out of there. I don't even know what that button does. Wake of Ashes. Something. I can't believe. At least these are pretty fast runs. They've got to be sub 10 minutes. They might even be sub 5 minutes if it's a character that can kind of scoot through the slow room. I have Solid as a Rock by Ashford and Simpsons from 1984 in my head.
Flee! Flee before I lose all sense of control. The black fire rages within my heart. I must release it.
I would fit right between his toenails. His toenail is about almost as tall as me. I'm a little taller than the biggest one.
Flame! Death! Destruction! Cower mortals before the
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
fight!
This character's only got 164k because she did not really do Molten Core, I don't think. I don't think I made it this far down my list of characters when I was farming Molten Core. Those runs were longer. That took a little bit more time. Probably should have saved my charge of Divine Steed. 6 seconds. 8 seconds. Bubble as well, actually. Where's Bubble? Divine Shield. So let's start. We'll run in. We'll get slowed. Mount that I still want from past expansions. Oh, sure. Vengeance. Anything from BFA onwards. Because what was the expansion before BFA? Was it Legion? I got all the Legion raid mounts, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, I do need Shekel Durzel as well. So everything from Antorus onward, I'm still, generally speaking, missing. Okay. Skips her ahead a few seconds. And then Bubble will skip ahead a little bit farther. Yeah, Paladin's alright. Not mad at that. Alright, so let's start the group thing now. You're right. Let's do this now. And then we will leave. And then Firemaw. Firemaw, please! Nope. Oh well. Next character. I might actually run out of runs this week. I'm gonna have to count them all up. There's a Plunderstorm hotfix to give people a heroic raid item. Remember Urzel Group's asking for over 1 mil. Goodness. I don't know. I like the active farming mounts. It's a little sad to hear, but at this point actually getting the amounts is sort of secondary. There's so many of them now that they feel very oversaturated. So I very much enjoy a good Mog farm, good mount farm, but it's really just kind of the running the character and then seeing whether or not you got the +1. The actual item itself is usually pretty secondary for me. If you run out, will you start a Q1 Sem? Yeah, probably. Although I don't love that idea because I don't want to. I don't want to start the next one before I'm finished with this one, especially like if I want to leave them here, like an Easter egg hunt. Yeah, exactly. Let me see how many characters I've done and how many characters I still have to do for this week. Does AQ20 have a daily lockout? Alright, so we have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I've run 23 characters through Blackwing Lair so far this week. I have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to go. So a total of 30 characters to run all these things on, if anybody was counting. And we're at 23 of 30 for the week. Yeah, I like doing them in order, though. I don't really want to go out of order if I can avoid it. However, it's entirely possible I run this 7 more times and I don't get these pants. Very easily could happen. What do I want on Mage? Just Blink? presumably. Where's Blink? There it is. Shimmer. Hmm.
Heroes of the Alliance, I write to you in Azeroth's darkest hour. From the maw of hell, the
Yeah, she
burning
has to
armies
activate
of the
this.
Legion have returned.
Grand Expedition Yak. Gotta fix her mog. That's nice enough. Invis? Oh, does it work? Invis. I'll look into it. Boy still lives. Yeah, I could never delete Boy. It's just too much fun. Alright, very good. There it is. It's on that button. We'll try it. Give it a go. Add-on for the mounts. Mount Journal Enhanced, I think, is the one that you're after. I think that's Mount Journal Enhanced. Alrighty. What's she gonna do for damage? Nothing. Man, her bars are confusing at best. What's that? Mirror images? Ice Lance? Frostbolt. That's an important thing for a mage to have, right? Don't remember if Invis... I doubt that it does, but it'll be a good thing to test, because if it does work, then you'd think that Invis Pots would also work. Not that I feel like I'm going to be the kind of person to do consumables, but worth a try. Ooh, Lockgate's going to be a good thing to remember, actually. That might help when we get there. BRD was the last pet dungeon. They didn't do any more. I think they're done. I think those are over. Maybe she'll be the lucky panda to get the pants. Arcane Explosion. That's our farming button. That's the one. We like that. Enjoyed them a lot. I enjoyed them okay. They were a lot of busy work. They were not wildly... I was pretty bored of farming them by the time I'd farmed everything out of them. Like the guild name. Thank you. That was our remix guild. Flabby and I were Frog Safety Team members. What are you farming? 1 leg plates of the Fallen Crusader from Firemaw in Blackwing Lair. It's the last piece of transmog that I need from this whole raid. I have 150 of 151 log pieces, so I'm running every character I have through it to try to get those pants. And then we're moving on to AQ. I'm trying to get all the raid mog with world drops, with like world drops accepted and legendaries accepted, but I'm trying to get the rest of the raid mog from all the raids and dungeons from like the beginning in order. At least in all the things listed order. This is a pretty big project. So far so good though. Every time I don't get the pants. I guess that's why they call it the blues. She's gonna need to turn on all the things, doesn't she? Oh no, it's on. Probably just not loading because of combat. Here we go. Yep. Yep. Fingers crossed. Thank you. This is, I have 7 chances left for the week, and then I'll have tried 30 times. Hope you get it. I don't know what any of these mage buttons do. They're all blue. Doesn't matter. We've got Arcane Explosion, that's all we need.
The black fire rages within my heart. I must release
Literally
it.
trying to beat the pants off a dragon. In the purest form of the word. Says it's about a 4.3% chance of the loot table because of the size of Firemaw's loot table.
Destruction. Cower mortals before the
5,
And he drops 2
4,
things.
3, 2, 1.
And we just needed to drop once. Should probably start thinking about getting, letting my shimmer stack up. Blue buttons make target cold. Dragon go brr. I don't think that's what they mean when they usually say things go brr. It should be though. I like it cuter. I like it better because it's cuter. I am really struggling with words. Let's have some more tea. Oh no, the tea's all gone. Alright, well, we'll have some water. I don't even need that mug. No, they're not that valuable. Okay, let's try a little invis. It is working, isn't it? Okay. Maybe you can invis pot through it. Invis seems to be effective. If you had a modern invis pot that worked. Alright. Color me surprised. It doesn't get you through the whole thing, unfortunately. But that'll skip you past about half of it. And then you can kind of blink your way through the rest of it. Alright. I wonder, it's probably important that you hit invis before you get slowed. But, yeah, it's alright. Ace, thank you very much for the 5-month resub. Keep up, good work. Thank you. Double tap Ultra Time to get another blink. Won't it just take me back, though? Nordersil, thank you very much. 10 gift subs. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Congrats those who got him. Oh, here is sniped one. Sorry, you're not supposed to call it lurkers. If you click it fast. I don't trust my ability to do that. Pog.
Watch your
Yeah, I've got 2 charges of blink on a 20-second recharge. Make small contribution towards your future home. Oh, thank you very, very much. Every little bit counts. Okay. Start a group. Leave the group. And then we have 1 minute to go find Firemaw. Now we're playing with fire. Holocron Coder, thank you for the 29-month resub. Very much appreciated. Imagine if I didn't find him and then got ported out. That would be upsetting for everybody. He's right here though. Come on, Firemaw. Light Guards of the Fallen Crusader, please! Nope. Not that time. Wah wah. Could have ice blocked me. Well, hopefully there's not a next time. Because this is my only mage. Oh. Arcane Mage really fun to farm with because of Arcane Orbs. I have to slap these guys with my staff because they're immune to spell damage. Okay, who's next? Early on, my alts were all in a lovely, like, organized by class kind of a pattern, and they seem to be no longer organized, so I've just got kind of like it's like the debris at the bottom of a pocket, or like I don't know, an old purse that you haven't cleaned out in a really long time. It's just random characters. She does have, I like the flowers in her hair. I remember living through like 2006 where the peak of teen girl fashion was to have big, fake, brightly colored flowers on like pins, and you would pin them into your hair, and I would always pin one onto my hair bun. I thought I was just the peak of elegance. They were never in natural flower colors either. They were always like bright blue or like hot pink. I guess flowers are all kinds of colors, but... Alright. Mechanome Mollywobble, the Mallwalker Mollywobble, the Mechanome Mistweaver Monk. Where's your Mallwalker title? You need it for the meme. Mallwalker Mollywobble, the Mechanome Mistweaver Monk. As many MWs as I could fit in this game. She's gonna need... help. She's gonna need Spinning Crane Kick. She's gonna need Zen Flight? No. She's gonna need Roll? She's gonna need Roll. Oh, there we go. I think that's as good as what else do we do for Monk for this? I don't know anything about monks. Rest in peace. Tiger Lust? Tiger Lust. Okay. Does her dollar on Hearthstone work? I have a feeling it will not. I think we'll need to set that up. Yeah. Luckily, they always stick Fight the Legion right on the front bar. Kick makes them go zoom. Flying Dragon. I don't have Flying Serpent Kick talented. You coming back, kitty cat? Have you got the new Lunar Festival mount? I have! I should use it on this character. That's a good idea. The Lunar Launcher, that's the one. Love Monk now, so fun to play. I couldn't tell you a thing about what her buttons do. Worth it to set up the Doll Hearthstone? Yeah, because of the pet dungeon ports. And because it takes about 6 seconds to do it. She's done now. Because I've remembered where to do it, and because Dollar on Hearthstone is like your shortcut to all these pet dungeon ports. Also, it's a backup Stormwind or Orgrimmar Hearthstone. So, very much worth it to set up. Blackrock Depths. That's the one. Garrison takes longer. Yeah, Garrison's a little bit more annoying. I don't usually bother setting up Garrison on alts. Okay. Any other talents that we're gonna need? Making... Oh, hang on. Roll and Chi Torpedo travel further. Flying Serpent Kick must not be a Mistweaver thing. I won't worry about it. Lighter than air lets you double jump forward after the roll. Lighter than air. Okay. Huh. I'm just jacking up the talents of all of my alts in pursuit of making them better at this. Oh, okay. Flying Serpent Kick is Windwalker. Gotcha. Okay. Oh no. I'm stuck in combat. There we go. Yeah, she's nice and fast. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Oh, that's a nice short cooldown too. Hi. Hey, kitty cat. Hi, sweetie. I will love you forever, you know. Forever and ever. Leveling my 5th and 6th monk now because of how much I love them. Was Mollywobble... Mollywobble was remade as a remix character because I had a low-level Mollywobble that was pre-remix, and then I realized I was never actually going to finish leveling her the old-fashioned way, so I deleted her and I remade her in remix. That's where your memories are coming from. It was just so crazy fast to level alt in Remix. It was so silly. The real Mollywobble. The Mechano Mistweaver Monk Lord. I'm all finished with Hardcore Classic, and I decided not to join a guild. I just played with my friend Flavie. Miss Remix, the most fun I had with WoW. I liked Remix, it was fun. I was about done with it when it ended, though. In Shadowlands, did they constantly call you Mallwalker, but it sounded like Mallwalker because Oribos is laid out like a shopping center. I don't know if I've heard Oribos. I don't know if I've heard Oribos compared to a shopping center. I've certainly heard it compared to an airport because that's more or less what it was. I guess I've seen some shopping centers that were like that too. Outlet malls in particular. The big outlet mall in, what is it? Washington? But like, not the... No, it's in Vancouver, Washington, I think. I don't know. There's an outlet mall somewhere there. It's a big old vague kind of a loop. It's been a long time. Woodburn, yeah, that's the one. Maybe this run?
Flame, death, destruction. Cower mortals before.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, this is a 17-second recharge on roll. So I can probably use those and not regret it too much. Tiger's Lust is only a 30-second cooldown. Are you immune to roots and snares while Tiger's Lust persists? Well, I guess I'm about to find out. See if there's any other related talents. If there are, they're in hero talents. And I'm not a high enough level for those. Okay. You know what the problem is I don't have a lucky pet out. Let's summon a random favorite pet. We got a teardrop moth. Alright. Okie dokie. So we're gonna head in. And then Tiger's Lust. And then... it doesn't seem to give me freedom. It breaks the snare, but it doesn't prevent it from being reapplied. This is still fine, though. Roll is so strong.
Watch your feet.
Thank you. I got a tea delivery. Yeah, it does not seem to last very long. And it's okay. Just about a minute away from Firemaw.
Watch your feet.
Just about. Got Marmaduke last night. He made
Watch
me
your
cry. Aw. Looks like my papoose aging.
Watch your feet.
He's a very cute pet. It was a very nice story.
Watch your feet.
Alright, Firemaw. It's you and me. You can do it. Da-da-da-da! Nope. It's a cool staff that I got instead, but I have it. I have it many times over, I think. Alright. There's always the next character. Until there's not, but... What am I gonna do tomorrow if I run out of characters and I don't have this? I'm gonna have to decide if I want to start farming something else or if I want to do something else. Pants aren't even that rare. They just don't want to drop. That's RNG for you. Sometimes it'll get kind of stubborn. Level more characters. Yeah, you're right. I gotta play Moofy until he can come through and run this. I didn't leave my group, did I? Sure didn't. Oopsies. It's okay. Doing a couple extra bosses gives you a couple extra gold. Or restore characters. Never. Well, almost never. Ringo's Blizzard boots. Moofy could be the savior. What if the pants refuse to drop until Moofy comes to get them? Oh dear. I wish you could vendor stuff in here, because then I could just clean up my bags while waiting. Marmaduke in-game. Looks like this. Not really a Great Dane. No, I know it's kind of dark. Okay, you can come over here, bub. A little slightly better light. One companion pet to vendor. I don't think so. I don't think it's auto set up on all your characters. I think you have to like unlock it on a per character basis. But let me look. Let me see. I would love to be wrong. Guild page. I don't have a guild page. Or if I do, I'm not in the guild. I think that it's not widespread. Argent Squire needs unlocking for sure, like on an individual character basis. Is the noodle card a toy? I don't think I have that either. I think that's why I was so excited at the possibility of them adding coppers. Oh heaven. We're starting to get to the priest alts. All we have left are priests and warlocks. We'll do the warlocks first. They'll at least have gate. You make her buy it? Oh, I don't want to use anything consumable. I don't want to have to, like, get it for 30 different characters. Not when I can just wait until I get to a mount area anyway. Okay. Alright, boy. You are gonna have Burning Rush, and you're gonna have Gate. Burning Rush. And then, what is Gate called? Gateway. Yeah, there it is. Boy's the winner. Come on, boy, bring us home. Alright, there's Demonic Gateway. There's Burning Rush. He at least should... Yeah, his dollar on Hearthstone already works, and that's something. You probably want the Demonic Hellstone. I left my Warlocks and Priests to the very end of my farming list. I think they're the worst characters to do this on. He's so cute, though. Anu boy. Do you think I'll get myself killed by, like, burning rushing myself down to low health? Because you can't actually, as far as I know, you can't actually kill yourself with Burning Rush. I don't think your character will die. Probably? This was a BlizzCon set. This was a BlizzCon reward. You can die? Oh. Oops. It stops just before death? Maybe, yeah, if a whelp landed a hit, I might be in trouble. Because I think my health regenerate would be pretty low in combat. Oh, it turns itself off. So you can't just leave it on and have no health and be continuing to run. It actually toggles itself off when you run out of health. That's good to know. You can be randomly sniped. Let's just get a regular Hellstone. This is terrible. Imagine if you flew through a lava beam, died mid-flight. That sounds like Evoker flashbacks. It's mainly what I did in Evoker was fly through things and die mid-flight. Watching an Evoker die in the middle of their deep breath or dream flight is really funny. It's so funny because they just fall from the sky and perish. It's so dramatic. Oh, my pet. Dismiss. Okay. I couldn't remember why it wouldn't work, but I remembered just in time. Wish we could get the pets still too, or buy them on the shop. I remember I was looking, I spent that entire BlizzCon that they had the virtual suit looking for a real life one. I wanted them to sell like a Yeti onesie, the same way that they have Murloc onesies. Because I saw somebody wearing one, but it was a cosplay that they had actually made. It wasn't just like for sale on the shop. That was my BlizzCon conversation with everybody I met. I'd be like, hey, how are you doing? You having fun? Nice to meet you. This is cool, isn't it? Do you know where I can buy that thing? Boy doesn't really need to have a pet out. It's not going to make him any faster like hunters do.
The humans. You are persistent, aren't you? Your ally here matches
I feel like there's a few different titles that I like having on Boy. He was Baron Boy for a while. He could be Buccaneer Boy if I want a little. He could be Blossombringer Boy if I want a proper alliteration. There's a lot of things that are funny.
Flee before I lose all sense of control. The black fire rages within my heart. I must release it.
You like Anu Boy? Forgot you got Boy when they did the purge. It may be my proudest accomplishment today.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It may be the coolest thing about my WoW account. So I don't even think that Burning Rush is going to help me get through the slow, because it doesn't do anything to prevent you from being slowed. It just makes you a little faster. So I think my only thing to do is going to be to gate across some of it. And then it's a 90-second cooldown at that point. So I think I'm just going to get one gate and then a bunch of auto-routing. Gate up top. Ooh. Just like right across to here? I don't know. I don't think I can do it. It said no. If it requires a ton of precision, I'm probably not going to bother with it. I would spend more time trying to land it than I would not running. Oh, maybe up here. I'll try this one. I don't know how to AoE really easy. That's not it. I guess that'll work. Can I get up there? What if it would work if I wasn't a gnome? What if I'm just too short? Anyway. This is fine. Wow, that's as far as it goes anyway? I don't think this is even worth it. Oh boy. Wow. Burning Rush actually is helping. I'll take it. I'll need to turn it off though at a certain point. Hellstone back up. It wouldn't have come to this if they just dropped the pants on any of my variety of 20 plus earlier characters. Oh boy. I'm watching my health.
Watch your feet.
Nothing really hurts him. And he's got a big ol'
Watch
shield
your
anyway, I
feet.
think. Oh, and it reset my health when I killed the boss. That's nice.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
Alright. Fire Maw. One pair of pants, please. Nope, not that time.
Watch your feet.
Oh dear. Well, we got another warlock we can run.
Watch your feet.
If you're ever feeling particularly masochistic,
Watch your
might I
feet.
suggest the No Stone Unturned achievement. This is impressively annoying of Fire Maw. No Stone Unturned. I can't find it. It's not searching up. Are you sure it's not a feat of strength? Or maybe it's my,
Watch your
my
feet.
achievement journal acting up. Horde only? Maybe.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
Ah, 250 Legion digs, I see. Don't know why I'm doing it anymore. Don't know how it started, but you know how it's going. Okay. Well, at least his bags are satisfying and clean. We're not out of characters yet. Finish that one before even finishing all the special archaeology quests there. Who's next? Is it Gorla? I think it's Gorla, and then I'm on to my alt priests. This is my Eridar Draenei. Just for the sake of having one. What you doing back there? Kitty doing lamps. We haven't seen you in a while. No, I'm good. Huh, looks like I'm already in Dalaran. Does my Hearthstone work? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I guess she wasn't a remix character, so her bars will be somewhat reasonable. And she has Burning Rush, which is mainly all we really need. I don't even think the gate was worth it, to be honest with you. I guess I'll do a Health Stone. Just to have it. Farm YouTube with the will it finally drop videos? What, you do a short clip of every single one? Or do you do a supercut of all the times that it doesn't drop? Training montage style. And I'm gonna remember to dismiss my pet before I get myself blown up by Razorgore. Oh yeah, she has blessed, or she has gifted the Nari. That's a funny thing to have in a red-skinned warlock. How long has that teleport been a thing? It's the pet dungeon teleport. If you've never done pet dungeons, it won't work for you. But it's been in the game since they added pet dungeons. That's the BRD one, so it would have been the last one that they added. It's a handy teleport. Yeah, I love that thing. It comes in handy for so many different things. 2 quests away from finishing You Shall Not Pass. Don't want to be frustrated waiting for them to pop up, but being that close makes it tough. What do you still need? I'm guessing orphan games? And then I wonder what the other one would be. I had to wait for orphan games. You have to complete the pet dungeon to get its teleport. It's great though, because they're totally account wide. Once you've done the pet dungeon, your whole account has access to it. Very much worth it. Does that do damage? Nope, sure doesn't. Don't mind me slapping these enemies to death. Yeah, there are teleports in Borallos and Zuldazar. They're a little bit farther away from the ports though, and the Dalaran's great because pretty much everybody's gonna have a Dalaran Hearthstone that gets you right next to Manapoof. And there's no cooldown either. You do it, and then if you end up back there, you can do it again. There's no cooling off period as far as I can tell. Beacon of Hope, Video and Orphans got me back on doing the achievement. Nice. Oh, yeah. Well, I wish you the best of luck. I hope they pop soon. There will be something a little bit impressive about running out of characters to run Blackwing Lair on before these pants drop, if that's what it comes to. That would be a little bit funny. There we go. What does she do that does instant cast damage? She must have something. Corruption? No, that's a 1.6 second cast. I actually don't know. Here, we'll put Drain Life up there. Make an extra button for that. Does Agony do instant damage? I don't even see Agony. I'm a Demo Warlock right now. Drain Life should tick pretty quick. Yeah, not a lot of instant casts. Implosion. I guess that's what it would be. Demo doesn't have one. Not the right... I mean, I guess I don't know if there is a right Warlock spec for farming content. I think the right thing to do is to get off your Warlock, but this is definitely not the spec to do it on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think dots still won't tag a mob until they do damage, but more dots have been given an initial tick to help get around that problem. Oh, Shadow Word Pain, good example of that. They gave it a little burst on the beginning. More dots. You get a huge heal, even if you drain something that didn't have a ton of health. Do you still have snow? We haven't got any yet. It has not snowed this year so far. We've had some frosts and that's it. Yeah, I know, right? For this year anyway, for this particular winter. Woof. It's day 31 of the year. Yes, and you are true in a technical sense, but if anyone says there's 2 winters a year because one happens in December and the other one happens in February, I may stop talking to that person at parties. What's for lunch today? That's a great question. I should look into it at some point. Not too early? Nah, I'm getting a little hungry.
Watch your feet.
Why do I keep casting Shadow Fury as though it's going to AoE anybody? It's not. You got to explode the imps if you want to make the mobs go away.
Watch your feet.
Then we'd have to go to parties to meet them.
Watch your feet.
I don't know. That's getting into tomatoes or vegetables territory. Or fruits, rather. Pardon me.
Watch your feet.
I don't know. I don't have any imps to explode. What am I gonna do? Oh, there we go. Alright. Oh, weird. Started telling me all about Plunderstorm. Okay. Fire Maw. Fire Maw. Please drop these legs now. Kind regards, Hazel. Maybe next time. Maybe my poetry needs to rhyme. That's probably my problem.
Watch your feet.
Maybe the game prefers haikus? Maybe we need to drop those pants chant. Oh man, of all... that would definitely never get taken out of context. No, wait. Track him with rarity. It's time to run my alt priests through. If you thought the warlock was slow, we haven't seen nothing yet. Try him for... what are my priest alts anyways? Hazel, Allison. Do I have another one? I thought I had 3 extras. Feather plus speed bubble. Isn't that bad? It's pretty bad. Oh yeah, Shellfish. Shellfish, Hazeline, and Allison. Pardon me. And then I really am out of characters. Priest is the worst class for this. By a pretty good margin, I think. I'll make sure I have Feather and Speed Bubble, though. What do they call it? Body and Soul. Good. And then Feather. At least they let you have both. They didn't used to. And does he need a dollar in Hearthstone unlock? He might do. This was my first remix character. Before I realized that I didn't want to be a priest. Priest hate. I'm a priest main. We're just not fast for running Blackwing Lair specifically. Because even, I mean, DK's being unable to be slowed very far is super helpful for it. Okay. Also, his bars are the biggest mess that's ever happened. Lucky haiku to help the drop. Pants. A drop denied. It'll drop this time for sure.
What can I do for you?
DKs can no longer to be slow after they get a horse and rider of the apocalypse. Oh, hang on. I need to use a macro for that. Do I not have a feather macro in my general tab? I need to make one. Oh, I have a feather macro right there. I always macro my angelic feather to cast at my feet, because I did not play video games so that I could share. You think this button's for you? It's for me! I don't have a Holy Nova here. Hang on. especially since she's a gnome. She's now at eye level with her targets. Yeah, we're at the priests. We're on the last 3 characters. God, the Mohawk grenades are still in the classic time walking vendor? I don't know if I've heard of those. Probably not going to get through all of them today. It's a joke about how slow they are in Blackwing Lair. I think they're going to just about take me to the end of stream, unless, you know, Firemon decides to cough up the pants. Cough up the pants. Cough them up. Spit them out and I'll leave you alone. I have very hip and timely musical references. There you go. More appropriate. At least this has stopped giving me grief. We're a Razor Gore expert by now. Imagine these pants turn into you do midnight. You're right, they are timeless. Thank you. Listen, they only have to drop once. And then it's over.
You are persistent, aren't you? Your ally here intends to match his power against
Nefarious' corruption has taken hold. I cannot
Now he shall
control
serve
myself.
by slaughtering you. Get up, little red.
I've done too much Blackwing Lair.
Destroy.
Beg you, mortal,
It's starting to merge together in front of my eyes.
before I lose all sense of control. The black
Brain cells are beginning to drip slowly out of one ear.
release it. Flame, death,
When would I play this character? Smelly Shellfish.
5,
When is it going to be his moment in the sun?
2, 1.
I don't think I need him for anything. I think if I was going to be a Shadow Priest and I wanted to not play my gnome, I would be my undead. I think it was just a fun remix project. Whenever you need a low-level priest and a light chuckle. Playing this character would be Shellfish. I mean, you zone into a dungeon, you see your healer's named Smelly Shellfish. How safe do you feel? What is an arcane star? BOE offhand. And here we go. Are we there yet?
Watch your feet.
Pump up the jam. Pump
Watch
it
your
up. Fire Ma, I'm coming. I did not do this raid back in the day. I didn't start playing WoW
Watch
until
your
Wrath.
feet.
I betcha invis pots would work and would be a good investment for priests specifically if this really bothered you. I just keep telling myself that as long as it drops once, then I don't need to invest in setting up infrastructure for the characters to run through, because like, who thought I was gonna get through 27 characters and be like, you know what, I do need to run my priest to get this mog pull or this mog drop. Wasn't really on my bingo card. I guess I'm a little surprised that out of 30 characters, only 4 of them are priests. I used to be a very priest-heavy person. I think I just started priesting on my gnome. What is on your bingo card? Oh. Thank you for making farming so much more enjoyable. Did an hour of fishing, didn't fall asleep. Mog run bingo cards for the chat to fill out. It's gonna happen at some point, yeah. What is ever on the proverbial bingo card? Would you rather be fishing? Maybe, but apparently not, because I still need a pond nettle, and you're not catching me out there grinding it. This farm has a few more fun and dynamic things going on. Plus, think of how fun and dynamic it's going to be when Firemog coughs up his pants. Having fun as a prot warrior, time walking tank. Very nice.
Watch your feet.
I'm not even going to go back and loot that. That's why you're not getting the pants off of him. He ate them. Are they his pants or the pants of an adventurer? Adventurer for sure. They're the leg guards of the fallen crusader. Someone was crusading. They're crusading no more. Alright. Have an orc warrior decked out in Orgrimmar Guard and honor-bound gear. Show off my horde pride. One of my friends plays a paladin, and he has the full Stormwind Guard setup, and he wears that mog in dungeons to heal dungeons, and it's just so funny seeing a Stormwind Guard just running with your group going, holy shock, or whatever it is that holy paladins do. Come on, Firemaw. Drop those pants. Oy. And I guess that's why they call it the blues.
Watch your
Ashlers, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. This gloves every
Watch your
run.
feet.
We got a lot of 10 Storms gloves. I'm not even gonna try and do the math of how unlucky we are.
Watch your feet.
You get 2 rolls per run, and it's a 4.3% chance to see them on any given roll. I'm gonna have to mog them on somebody. I don't even know what they look like. I keep trying to preview them on characters that are wearing robes. Could you say it dropped your pants instead so we can clip it and play it out of context? Oh, Polly, probably. Yeah, I don't need Nefarian. I only need that one piece of mog from Firemaw. I actually uninstalled Narcissus. I was using it for Remix, and now that I'm done with Remix, I figured I could free up some space. Alright. How many runs have you done? Not 30 today, but if I get to the end of this, I've done 28 runs this week. He heard you talking about wearing your new jeans, and he's like, nah, she doesn't need pants. You're right. You know what's funny is I was walking around outside wearing my new belt with my pants, as people do, and I was thinking, you know what? I feel secure Because if anybody tried to pants me, they wouldn't come down. Never, ever in my life, at any point, certainly not as an adult, has anyone ever tried to pants me. It's not really a concern, but there's something comfortable about knowing that it's not gonna happen. Yeah, maybe in high school. I don't know. I wore a lot of pajama pants to high school, so it wouldn't have been hard. But yeah, as an adult, not once has that ever been a concern, but I still feel like, haha, you can't get me. 56 tries, standard deviation. Oh, Zildak's done the math. The 4% of most unlucky. 96% chance you should have seen it by now. Let's make sure we have body and soul. Couldn't do without it. Oh no, we have body and soul. We're good. Recommendations for tracking old reps across alts? Not anymore. I used to use pretty reps, but I don't believe it's up to date anymore. They very recently updated it? Oh, that's good. There you go, pretty reps. I don't know why I wore so many pajama pants to high school. I know they were comfortable, and that was my logic. And there was something very teenage rebellion for me about wearing nighttime pants during the day, because that was about the level of my teenage rebellion. But, like, did I not have sweatpants? I don't think I had sweatpants. I just needed to go to Roots. I know that by the time I tried university, I had sweatpants. But I don't think that I ever... No, I must have had at least one pair. I don't know. I don't really remember. I must have. Now, almost my entire collection of pants is just joggers. Pretty happy with it. You just have to log into each character once. Pretty reps. Yeah. I wore swim trunks as shorts working one of my university jobs and people thought it was weird. Is it weird? I've seen swim trunks as shorts, and it's usually a real surefire way to assume that whoever is wearing that thing has not done their laundry. Same thing if you're on a date with somebody and you realize that instead of wearing boxers, they're wearing swim trunks underneath their clothes. They really needed to do laundry. Not a Speedo. Yeah. Do you and your partner plan to keep date nights? Oh, yeah. To be fair, though, we don't really do date nights to begin with. Like, we've probably been out to dinner at evening time, 5 times or less, because, I don't know, at nighttime I just want to, like, hang out on the couch. So we go on, like, adventures during the day. We'll do hikes and we'll go fishing. And then we'll, like, order food and then veg on the couch and watch a movie. And we do that all the time. And that's my favorite thing. Yeah. So, we're gonna keep dating, but maybe not in, like, the old-fashioned... We do like movie dates. It's just, you gotta find a good movie you want to watch at the theaters for that. And also, that's kind of expensive. Speedos at a job would be insane. Unless you're an Olympic swimmer. Watch any fun movies recently? Ooh, I watched Wicked Little Letters last night. That was actually very fun. And surprisingly, a surprisingly engaging story. I just expected it to be silly and British. And it was, but like, I actually really enjoyed it. It came up on streaming. I had some thoughts about renting it when it first got out of theaters, but then I never did, and I'm glad because it came up on streaming. Never heard of it. Yeah, apparently it's based on a true story of a libel case from the 1920s in Britain. The idea is that there's a very small close-knit town, and somebody starts mailing really obscene, vulgar letters. Yeah, Wicked Little Letters, that's the name of it. It was cute. I had this thing with that movie where I looked at like almost all of the actresses in it, and I was like, I know her from somewhere, and I would look it up, and I would look at their entire work history, and I would be like, no, I don't. I haven't seen any of this. I don't know her from anywhere. She just looks really familiar.
4,
And it happened to me with almost everybody. The only actresses that I actually had seen before were the actress that plays woman police officer Moss was also in that Black Mirror episode, the crazy demon one. She was the lead in that. I liked her a lot in both of them. Surely you've seen Olivia Colman. You know what's funny is I was looking at the list of things that she's done, and I was like, wow, these are really popular projects that I have not seen. I may be the only Canadian, at least in my sphere, to have not seen The Crown. It was getting like giga recommended to me on Netflix for ages, and I just never put it on. She was very good. She was very good in Wicked Little Letters, though. You must watch it. Yeah? I don't know. I don't know if I'm a TV drama kind of person. She's very good at her job. As a Canadian, you must sovereign duty. Actually, really well done. I'm sure it is. Shows you've liked? Think Taskmaster announced a new lineup. I love Taskmaster, but I haven't seen the last couple of series because I was saving them because I have this perverse idea that when my cat finally passes away, bless her heart, I'm going to be so distraught that I'm going to need to have saved up, I don't know, a good season of comfort TV. But I had that thought a while ago, and she's doing fine. So like it keeps coming out, and it's kind of stocking up. So at some point, I either need to start watching Taskmaster, or just accept that I'm going to have a very long, emotional television binge at one point in my life. Saving up time off for that, too. I don't exactly have to save up time off. I can kind of do it whenever I want, as long as I can afford to pay rent in the interim. That's the nice thing about Twitch, is I don't really book time off. I just go in Discord and I go, see you guys. And I imagine in that scenario, people would understand. You don't have a set number of vacation hours per year? Yeah, no set vacation per year. It's just one of those things where you can show up or you can not show up, but you don't get paid time off. You definitely don't get any. Oh, you're right. Disperse does help. That's a great tip. There's no paid vacation. It's just vacation. Hello, Hazel in chat. Hello. But yeah, what about other shows? I don't know if I have been watching anything. I watched The Chef's Table Noodles. There's 3 or 4 episodes of, biopics about chefs with noodles. The only shows that I really watch are generally like docu-series or reality, although I'm kind of off my reality kick right now. And if I don't have anything good in either one of those, then I will just watch like pet grooming videos on YouTube. I'll just put on like some girl with dogs or like some pet shorts. There's a dog channel that does YouTube shorts about their dog, and it's a rescue puppy that looks a lot like Moose. It doesn't look exactly like Moose, but from some angles I'll be like, that's my puppy, but it's not my puppy. His name is Cactus. He's very cute. You've seen Cactus? I love Cactus. I'm a big fan of Cactus. Cactus reminds me a lot of Moosey. That's true. I like Alone a lot. I would put Alone right in the middle between a docuseries and a reality show. I guess it is a reality show, but it's I don't know, it feels slightly more different from like Too Hot to Handle. You can disperse again. I can disperse again. That's true. He's all over my Facebook feed, and every time I'm like, Moose? Time for Moose to become a YouTube star, right? Do you like Adam Sandler movies? I don't know if I've seen them. I think I could maybe pick him out of a lineup. Does he look like the Maroon 5 guy? There's a lot of them. Any great pottery throwdown? I have not. Where would I watch that? That sounds a little more my type. He has less tattoos. He wishes he looks like that. Yeah. Adam Sandler movies. What have I seen? Was he in Shrek? I'm about to offend some people. Credits. Let me look at this list. Actor. 89 things. Oops. Ooh, I watched him in Murder Mystery. I saw that one. What else have I seen from this list? I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. I think that might be it. Yeah, I watched Murder Mystery. That's the one Adam Sandler movie I've seen. 50 First Dates is a cute rom-com. Sometimes I want to be into them, and then I'll watch a few good ones, and I'll be like, this is fun, and then I'll watch a terrible one, and then I'll want to gouge at my eyes. They're so boring when they're bad. States it's on HBO Max, probably on BritBox. He looks like someone's goofy dad. Partner's trying to get me to watch Severance. I've heard good things about Severance. I haven't seen it. Like I said, if I'm not watching a lot of scripted fiction shows, then that kind of rules out like most television for me. But I do like keeping an eye on the AV Club first page, and I've been really enjoying their film reviews lately. I'm an absolute certified psycho, and I like reading movie reviews for movies I will never watch. And I've been enjoying the writing on that site lately. And they seem to be giving good rankings to Severance episodes, so maybe it is worth watching. Same thing about Silo. They're talking a lot about Silo. That's usually a good sign. Is this my last character? Yep, sure is. Make sure we've got a little bit of that. Alright, this is I'm a little over time, but I'll do one last run of this instance. One last chance at the pants. And it's only Friday. I have 2 more streams this week. I'm gonna have to figure out what else I'm even gonna do. I can't believe it hasn't dropped. I just can't believe it. Have you seen or heard of the OA? No. But like I said, in the last couple of years, I've really not watched or wanted to watch a lot of fiction TV. It's just docuseries and reality for me. You know, I enjoyed the new season of Queer Eye. What else did I like? World of Sound, David Attenborough. Someone suggested BRD farming. I just really don't want to go out of order on my list. I'm kind of hung up on the order of the list. What if this is the universe trying to tell me to just stream 2 days of Satisfactory? David Attenborough fully puts me to sleep. In like a nice way. Like I'll get really calm and sleepy watching one of those. It's actually one of the only times I've fallen asleep in front of the TV recently was to World of Sound. Have to pace with myself with Queer Eye. I cried almost every single episode of the most recent season. I didn't want to like the show without Bobby, but then I really liked Jeremiah. I think a lot of people had that experience of it felt disloyal to enjoy him so much, but he was so good. He's like the perfect human being for that type of show. Yeah, there's a new Queer Eye season. Didn't know. Okay. I guess it new depends on when you've checked into it last. But if the last ones you saw had Bobby doing the homes, then you need to see the Jeremiah season. Okay. Seemed it was going to take longer to replace Bobby. I would be so salty if I was Bobby. I would be, I'm sure he's a better person than I am. I really hope he is. I hope he's just peacefully living his life, having his own success. But the gall to get replaced like that, and then to have your replacement be so good at his job and well liked, it would just burn. I would be like, not wanting them to flop, but kind of wanting them to flop, and then when they didn't flop, it would be like, that would be tough to take. Samsara or Baraka? I have not left to work on his own stuff. I'm not like super informed on it, but from what I was reading, they were in negotiations to sign for another season, and he did not sign to do another season to go work on his stuff, and he was kind of under the impression that they were all going to do that, and then everybody else signed without him. So he kind of thought it was ending, was my understanding of it. I don't know for sure, though. That's like fourth hand, half remembered stuff, so please don't take me as gospel. I don't know where you would watch the original Queer Eye streaming.
I beg you, mortals, flee. Flee before I lose all sense
This is my last chance this week.
of black fire.
Unless I level more characters, which doesn't sound like what I want to do. I feel like 30 is enough. 30 is more than I thought I was going to have, to be honest. The plushie's cute. Thank you. I like the plushies, and I like my Lego orchid. One day I'm going to have a Lego bonsai tree, too.
4, 3,
I'm dreaming big.
2, 1.
Dungeons and raids should be in different categories. Yeah. I'm just like my plan to work the list from the top down. First time I'm hearing of Bobby not being there. Yeah, he's not on the most recent season. He was very good. He is the reason why I ever tried to have a fiddle leaf fig. Ficus lyrata. I never would have messed with them without his influence. I feel like he made that plant. At least for me. Although I no longer have a Ficus lyrata. Actually, I have a ficus that kind of looks like a fiddle leaf, but it's not exactly the same. Actually, I don't even know if it was a ficus. It was a mystery plant that I bought from the clearance rack at Plants. The clearance rack of the plant section at Canadian Tire. Don't know what it is. Looks kind of similar. Alright, let's disperse through here. At least as far as we can go. Didn't even think of that. That helps a little bit. If the pants don't drop, obviously 30 wasn't enough. Guess we're all getting mail from Plunderstore? Huh. What are they mailing us? I don't think I've gotten any mail yet. Items. Oh, a piece of heroic gear. Weird. Is it just the one box per account that you'd think? Is that why you were sad to open it on your leveling ult? Warband can put it in the warbank? Gotcha. Correct gear would be nice. Would rather have the enchant from the last boss. Come on, Fireball. One pair of pants, please. You can do it. Please start dropping those pants. Why won't he drop me those pants? Please start dropping the... This is it. Drum roll. Nope. Guess what we're doing next week. Isn't that crazy? Oh man. I'm out of characters. Well, I guess it was a good thing that I was having them ported out to the entrance instead of hearthing them out and just assuming that I wouldn't need more than 30 characters. Because now they're all going to be, you know, posted right up for next week. That's wild. That's so funny. Paranoia is strengthening. It'll drop.
Watch your feet.
Well, I suppose this is where I leave you guys. I'll be back streaming tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but we'll find something, I'm sure. I appreciate the company very much. Thank you for spending this time with me. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.